Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone that can hear the sound of my voice, to this week's edition of the Petty and Ill-Informed podcast, where we venture our petty and ill-informed opinions about a variety of topics. Gone from having too many co-hosts last week to just one. Hi, Nikki.
And
How are you?
hi, I'm sorry, you guys. You could have had a good co-host, but they didn't show up, so you're stuck with me.
That's okay, Nikki. You're pretty, so you don't have to be smart.
That's right.
So, how's your week been?
It has been really good. I've had a really good week. How's
Good,
yours
good.
been?
Yeah, yeah. Can't complain. Can't complain at all.
That is good. We also have a room full of people.
Oh,
Hi,
we do.
everyone.
We've got Fred, we've got Rod, we've got Gabby, we've got SoFlo.
Me and you, but we don't count.
Yeah, we don't care. Oh, Tom's here. Hello, Tom.
Hi.
Yay! No longer I am the. I'm. You're not stuck with just me. I have
Yeah.
backup.
Sorry, I'm a bit late, but better late than never.
That's what she
So I love your
said.
sex tape.
Oh god, I forgot about that. We laughed about that the whole way down the mountain.
We did. Tom got a good one in.
Good.
Can't remember it. Dude, do you know I actually lost a toenail because of that descent?
Ooh.
Ow.
My
Yeah.
gosh. Why is it when you meet people that, you've only known online, you end up hurting yourself?
Well, at least in Tom's case, he didn't do it on purpose, so
I didn't do it on purpose.
your head butted me.
Oh, yeah. That's true. I sure did.
But yeah, I do
dangerous
have
like
a track record of just ending up in pain. But yeah, no, it turned black because of
Mm.
bruising and pressure, and then the toenail just fell off.
Ew.
Yeah.
Well, I hope it regrows.
Well, yeah, I've actually lost toenails before, so
That's not good.
No,
Well,
that's not ever.
first time it was when I was like 9 years old. A brick got dropped on my toe, turned black, and at the emergency room they were like, "Okay, we're going to poke a hole in it to get the blood out," and then it just died and fell off.
I was 7 and I dropped a stack of books and it ripped the nail off. But I've never had that happen since then. Thank God. Because, oof.
I broke a toe when I stubbed it really hard on a bit of slate, and that ripped the nail off.
Eee.
And this time I was just coming down a mountain. The hard part was already over with.
Yeah, you fell down most of it from what I heard.
Yeah, it fell down a couple of it. It wasn't that. It was the pressure from my sneakers.
Yeah. Well, you weren't expecting to like go on a hike. You were expecting to go on a walk.
I knew it was a mountain, and I was expecting it to be like most fells have this big wide path that you just walk up. And that's what I was expecting. I was not expecting the scramble, not gonna lie. But I don't regret doing it. It was a great day. It was fun.
I'm glad you all had fun.
It scared the crap out of us.
What, me falling or?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
We were like, shit, I really thought we were going to have to get an air ambulance to land on the summit for you.
I couldn't. There's no way. Even if I died, my body would have propelled itself down there because I just couldn't live with the shame. If
I was
Nikki
about to
found
say,
out.
just out of embarrassment, you would have
Yeah.
just kept rolling.
But yeah, Gabby, Tom's dad was like a fucking spider monkey. He was just up that shit and over it like it was no big deal.
And you're half dead.
I was going fucking faster than I should have been, and Tom was the only one with a half a brain cell who was taking his time and being careful.
Well, I was probably a bit overly cautious. And I could sense that. It's a fine line. If you don't want to be so cautious that you're going at a snail's pace and you're really nervous, because then you're more likely to make a mistake. So it's about just sort of trying to ride, the right balancing act with my own caution and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it was fun. Yeah, sorry, Gabby. Yeah, we'll move on. It was fun.
This game looks a huge amount of fun, I must say.
Well, Skull and Bones, it is a live service game, and all live service games are fun because they have to be. It's just arcadey, repetitive, fun times. You put a live service game on when you need to relax because you don't need your brain at all, really.
Yeah.
I was going to do Ghostbusters, which is another live service game, but Soplo likes Skull and Bones, so did Skull and Bones instead.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, I think it's the best for this kind of show because it's just, you don't really have to pay attention. You can just watch ships blow each other up.
Yeah.
It is a really chill game.
Oh yeah, I loved it. It's way better than fucking Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves is so stressful. In this game, you have to switch PvP on, which I never do because, I'm not a bloody teenager anymore. But in Sea of Thieves, PvP is always on. So you just keep getting ganked by like little shits that are like, oh, suck it, noob.
What's PvP?
Player versus
player.
Ah.
So when you're walking around, people can come by and gank you. I have never really had the patience for that in an MMO.
Yeah. I don't mind a bit of PvP. I even find it a little bit fun sometimes, but these days everyone, it's just teenagers that have optimized it, that know all the strategies and stuff, and it just there's no lobbies for casual gamers.
Damn those teenagers.
What was that, Tom?
Damn those teenagers.
Yeah.
They're the worst. So, anyone have anything they want to talk about?
Well, last night I invited a friend over to my house because it was quite late. Everyone was in bed asleep. And I was going to have a little fire pit out the back. And I messaged him to see if he was around, and he was. But I had no idea how absolutely hammered he already was before he turned up. He'd been down the pub, but I didn't realize he was off his tits. But first thing that happened was he was sat down in this chair, and he leant over to get a beer can, but the chair kind of toppled, and he broke his foot on the beer can, broke it in his fingers, and there's a massive puddle of beer everywhere, all over the patio. And then he lost his hat, and he tried to retrieve his hat from under the chair, and again fell all over the place. At which point he gave up on the chair and just sat on the grass, slowly drinking a couple of weak beers and just chilling while I burnt this fire. And then about an hour later, when he went to go, I really was quite concerned. And I was right to be, because as soon as he stood up, he staggered back and was headed straight for the fire. But I'd seen this coming and I blocked him. But he's a big guy. I had to use a lot of strength to steady him. And then, even though he lives quite nearby, I insisted on walking him halfway home till I could see him almost going through his front door. And yeah, that was quite amusing. for two blokes in their late 40s.
Well, I mean, you're never too old to make a tit of yourself while drunk.
Well,
It's true.
clearly. So that
Yeah,
was
me and-
amusing.
I got drunk when me and Nikki were hanging out in Ireland. Oh, that was kind of embarrassing.
I wasn't embarrassed when I got drunk, and I should be because I was dancing and I was everywhere. I was everywhere.
She was everywhere. But she had fun. Now, I did the stumbling back thing onto the couch when I was hammered, so no, that's just the way she goes.
Yeah, I'm just really good at holding my liquor.
Just really good at holding a liquor.
We used to fight all the time about, me being able to drink them under the table. He thought I was talking crap.
Hey, in my prime, all right, like 10 years ago, you probably couldn't have.
You think I couldn't drink more than I drink now in my prime?
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I could. Totally.
No. No.
Why do you get worse over time and I don't?
Because I'm a man.
Sure.
Hashtag male rights. So, what did you think about EastEnders this week, Nikki?
I was really impressed with all the Duffs until,
Yeah.
Thursday. Thursdays,
Yeah.
but we knew that. We were waiting for it because every day last week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it was like, oh, it was a good Duff.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a good Duff. And then it was like, nope.
And then we both said on Thursday, we were like, the Duff tonight is going to be terrible.
And it wasn't good.
Wasn't good. They just shot all their good storylines throughout the week, and then on Thursday there was nothing left. I can't even remember it. I think it was Joel looking at Stacey's OnlyFans account.
Yeah, and that pissed me off. That whole storyline with Joel and the storyline with Ivani is just making me very, very, very angry. I get irrationally angry. If it wasn't like a thing for us to sit down and watch it, I would have quit as soon as Ivani was talked out of getting an abortion. That girl is 14 years old.
60.
No, she's not. She's 15 at the oldest. I think it's 15. She's not 16 yet.
Well, I don't know if you
because
remember.
she's supposed to be having a sweet 16 party.
Yeah. And she had that party.
I thought that was her friend's party that she went to and all that crap happened.
No, they had it at the club, remember?
Oh, yeah. Well, whatever. She's a literal child. And she didn't want to have a kid and was already at the clinic, and her grandma talked it out of her because she wants another chance at raising kids because she fucked up the first 2 times. So, I mean,
4 times.
First 4 times. Like, so we're not good at this, right? But you think that you're going to do better 5th time's a charm. Maybe you're just a crap mother.
Yeah, we saw a bit of backsliding from Suki this week. She's had a good face turn for the last couple of years, but she's slowly going back to heel. And don't know how I feel about it, but there's a lack of good heels at the moment. Because the heels that are in it just make me want to punch them, and that's not a good heel.
I mean, we don't want to punch Nicola.
I wouldn't say she's a heel, but she is, isn't she?
Yeah, she is. We just love her.
Who deserves the punching?
Who's my first for punching?
Who deserves the punching?
Joel. I don't care how old he is. I'd pay a kid to beat that little shit up.
I've been saying that for months, and then Richard gets, oh, you can't, he's a kid. But I'm like, man, I would pay a minor to beat the hell out of him.
Yeah.
Cool grand if you stick him in the hospital. Like every time he comes on the thing, I'm like, does he get hit by a train today? We can only hope. I hate that little kid. I would have drowned him in the water they threw his laptop in.
Yeah.
Just saying.
100%. Yeah, it wouldn't have been his laptop going in the sink. It would have been his face holding it down. Just be like, it's kind of this way.
Right. It's just kind of.
Just kind of. Who's the other one? Oh, Cindy. I always want to punch Cindy.
She's
Although she hasn't
awful.
done anything recently to annoy me, just punch her while I'm punching people type thing. I want to bang Ravi and Priya's head together and just be like, fucking get together already. I don't know if that counts. Anyone else that needs punching?
Joel's dad,
Joel's dad, definitely.
his stepmom.
Yeah. Gavi just messaged me. Avani is 16 years old. But the actress is actually 25. God damn, that's some good makeup. Oh, seriously, she looks like a kid. Hello? Oh, Nikki's muted herself. Okay, well, she does look like...
You're right. My headset's going dead, so I'm looking for my other dongle. That's all.
25? I couldn't believe that. That was insane. But all right. But yeah, she's 16. So anyway, now that we've chit-chatted, shall we move on to the news stories?
Yep, what have you got for us?
Just pause the old skull and bones. And...
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that.
So our first news story of the night, this made me laugh a lot, but it's only because I'm a complete sociopath. Humphrey the pet hippo kills owner in South Africa.
No.
Tragically and violently ends bizarre father-son relationship.
Listen, okay, hippos are adorable, but they're dangerous. They're like out of everything over there, those suckers will kill you way quicker than like a cougar or something will, or a tiger.
I can attest that every time I've met a hippo, I've been hurt, so...
Who does that? Who goes, yeah, hippo? I should have one of those as a pet.
Okay, so a farmer in South Africa has been killed by his pet hippopotamus after repeated warnings that it was a wild animal that could never be tamed. He was bitten to death. Now that's a bit unusual. Hippos usually knock them with their heads, and it like breaks something major like the spine or the neck, or they just run over them. They very rarely bite them to death. He must have really pissed them off. El's savaged body was found submerged in the river where years earlier the hippo had been rescued from a flood. It grew too big for the people who adopted it and was bought by Els at the age of 5 months, becoming a pet on his 400-acre farm and learning to swim with humans.
Wow. Learning to swim with humans. So he just really wanted people to die.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go get in my swimming pool with the hippo. It's fine.
It's fine. They're not fiercely territorial or anything.
No, it'll be good. He's used to it. My gosh.
Yeah. The farmer was photographed riding on the hippo's back, quoted as saying, "Humphrey's like a son to me. He's just like a human. There's a relationship between me and Humphreys, and that's what some people don't understand." Timothy Treadwell also used to say that about grizzly bears. He actually said that. So,
and then
famously was eaten by one. You don't anthropomorphize onto these animals, all right? They're wild animals. They're not humans. Do not project your own feelings onto them.
Right. Like, I want a savanna cat, right? But I would never, like, be one of those crazy people that get a tiger or something. Like, I already know if a savanna cat wants to beat the crap out of me, it's over for me. Like,
what about like one of the smaller big cats, like a bobcat or a serval?
Well, I mean, savannas are about, well, generally, depending on what level savanna you have, if you've got a good 50 grand, you can get a savanna that's bigger than a Great Dane.
That's just
They're very big. They're domestic house cats, but they can get very large. And, but if you have one and it decides to become a dick, which cats can do, they're cats, then you're going to the hospital. I mean, heck, a regular sized cat can put you in the hospital because they're dirty. They're dirty, dirty animals.
the dirty, cheeky pigs.
Right. If you get bit by a cat, go directly to the hospital. Do not pass go. Like if it breaks the skin, go.
Gabby did some research. Hippos are apparently the most dangerous animal in Africa.
I thought it was something like that, but I didn't want to like come out and just be like, I just knew that they kill more people than I think anything else over there.
You can't outrun one, but stay quiet. Apparently being loud aggravates them. They are fiercely territorial, so I was right about that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah. It gets better. Because not only was he killed by a hippo, he has to live with the "I told you so" from his wife, who warned him and expressed misgivings that the hippo had caused trouble before. And I'm like, yeah, you're getting "I told you so" on your gravestone, mate.
I don't know. That hippo, I got a bad feeling about them. They're just not good people. You can't be hanging out with that hippo all day. It's going to cause problems. And then you die. I told you not to hang out with them hippos.
So Humphrey chased grandfather and his grandson in a canoe up a tree. He was also blamed for killing calves. Get this. He also kept a giraffe and a rhino and claimed the sound of his voice would lure Humphrey back home. He regarded the hippo as lovable and a gentle giant. This is just, at what point do we go, this ain't tragedy, this is just Darwinism?
I mean yeah, I don't feel bad for him. Those are the consequences of his actions. And, and he might be one of those crazy people that were like, worth it, like that was worth it. It was worth my life to keel over just so I could have those moments with that hippo. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
If the Tiger King got ripped to shreds by tigers, I think that he would be like, well, it was worth it. Think of all the years I had where they didn't kill me.
He didn't really care about the tigers. He just liked the power and control they gave him.
That's true, but I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? I think if he were ripped to shreds by a tiger and then we were able to talk to him, he'd be like totally worth it.
No, he'd say, I'll never financially
recover from this. And he'll be like, you're dead, bro. Everybody else will never financially recover from this. You're going to be fine now.
Brilliant. Man, that was a good documentary.
It was.
Would it have done so well if it hadn't been released during the pandemic is the real question.
Probably not, but we didn't have anything else to do but watch a bunch of meth heads play with tigers for, 12 hours or however long it was, 8.
What was the name of this show again? Tiger
King.
Oh, of course. Yeah, of course.
Carol Baskins.
Yeah, I watched. I think I watched the first season of that.
There was only one season, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think they might have had a follow-up thing, but yeah, for the most part, it was just one season. It was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Docu-series, Tom. There's one on Billy Joel that is amazing. You will never listen to his music the same way ever again.
I've never listened to his music anyway.
Oh my God. Y'all some uncultured swine.
That's literally what I said as well, Tom.
Cultured swine.
I mean, I know Piano Man, obviously.
Yeah, exactly. That's all I know.
Listen,
know White
I'm pretty
Wedding,
sure
but-
that's Billy Idol. Oh my god.
No, it's
sure?
not. It's
Yes,
not.
Billy Idol sings White Wedding.
Oh, Piano Man, though. That's Billy Joel.
Piano Man is Billy Joel, but I'm 100% positive that if I played you Billy Joel hits, you would know every single one or most of them. He was massive over there as well in the 80s.
I liked what was that other one? Achy Breaky Heart. That was a good one.
That's Billy Ray Cyrus.
He's
You're just gonna
playing
go
with-
after all the Billies.
Yeah.
Well, I was just saying, it's a good song.
You're going to
Yeah,
tell us
see,
he was
Gabby.
the vocalist for the. You're going to tell us he was the vocalist and guitarist for the Smashing Pumpkins next.
Billy
No.
Corgan. Just keep.
What about Ghost Riders? And that was him, wasn't it?
No.
Soldiers
You
of Fortune,
think- No.
Playing to
What-
Win.
What Billy Joel video this week? I watched the Billy Joel docu-series yesterday. Like I spent all 4 hours just straight binging it. If anybody's listening and you like Billy Joel, go check out the documentary. It is, like I said, you will never look at his music the same. It is really, when he said that he didn't want to talk about his life because he does it through music, he 100% does. During Piano Man, when he's talking about, and the waitress practices politics, the waitress is actually his wife
And the
that
businessman.
worked as a waitress.
So to get stoned. There's an
Yeah.
old man sitting direct next to me, making love to his tonic and gin.
Yeah, it was literally just all the things that he saw as a piano bar person, but the waitress was his wife. Like all of his ballads and stuff. Well,
So you
with the
admit
earlier-
Piano Man is the only song he ever did.
No, it's not. He did. You may be right. Do you want me to go through just Billy Joel songs?
No,
off
I
the
like
top of my
White
head?
Wedding. I like Achy Breaky Heart.
That's
and
Billy.
I
I
like Piano Man.
don't. You guys don't know Uptown Girl?
Yeah, Westlife.
That's Billy Joel.
Westlife did Uptown.
New
Yeah.
York State of Mind. That's Billy Joel.
Okay.
I think that was Alien
I love
Ant
you
Farm.
just the way you are.
That
Billy
was
Joel.
Blink-182.
Longest time. Billy Joel.
That was Meatloaf.
Oh my God. Only the Good Die Young. Also Billy Joel.
Guns
Iron
N'
Maiden.
Roses.
It was
Ah.
the only version of Only the Good Die Young that counts is the final song on Seventh Son of a Seventh Son, one of their absolute greatest albums, and it's brilliant. And Iron Maiden's one is better than Billy Joel's one. I don't care if I've never heard Billy Joel's one; nothing could beat Iron Maiden's one except for
Billy
Ally.
Joel's
Fun.
one. Billy Joel was just a really prolific, writer. Like, you listen to his music and it's so deep, and yet it's not like full of itself. It's just like his love ballads. If you've ever loved somebody, you understand. But yeah, it's a really good documentary for fans of Billy Joel, not Billy Idol, not Billy Ray Cyrus, not Phil Collins, Billy Joel.
I can segue into something here. Billy Ray Cyrus, one person who is not a fan of him is Dave Mustaine of Megadeth. Because
Fuck Megadeth.
what's wrong with Megadeth?
It's the glorified cover band.
Well, I would disagree rather strongly. So would my son. If he was here, he'd kick your ass.
Which
I'm gonna
one, the
tell him
good
that-
son or the bad son?
The bad one.
I'm pretty sure I can take it.
But
I love how he just allows, the bad one. I know you're
I'm just not picking that particular battle with Richard right now.
He knows I'm right. That's why he doesn't fight me on it.
No.
He's lovely. Oh, anyway, he's better at being a teenager than I ever was. That's for damn sure.
I can't imagine you as a teenager. I always think that you just skipped that. You just came out of the womb in your like mid-20s, and that was.
I was a pretty rubbish teenager. But anyway, I'll stay with Dave Mustaine for a bit. We can talk about me being a teenager a bit later on, maybe. But I'll find a picture. I was no Dave Mustaine. Okay, you probably. I don't know how much you know about Megadeth, but it was they were formed because Dave Mustaine was the lead guitarist in Metallica, and they chucked him off. Before they'd even recorded their first album, they threw him out of the band. He was really, really annoyed and incensed, and Megadeth was like his revenge project. But they were never better than Metallica. And many years later, in 1991 and 1992, they released their most successful albums. Metallica's Black Album got to #1, and it was the most popular album in music for a time. And it's a fantastic record. Megadeth's most commercial success was 1992, Countdown to Extinction. They got to #2 in the overall charts, not to #1, because who was at #1 with his Achy Breaky Heart? Billy Ray Cyrus. And that album was massively outselling Megadeth's, and there's nothing Mustaine could do about it. And the symbolism that Metallica were the #1 band and Megadeth were the #2 band drove him crazy. I mean, all the lessons that you learn in your life about like bitterness and, you know, how it eats you up and things like that. He just really, from the inside, he could just never see it, I guess, because so many Megadeth fans like me are just thinking, you know, Megadeth have made so many good songs, so many incredible songs, and it would be a really, really sad that if these songs never existed. I mean, if In My Darkest Hour and Wake Up Dead and Hangar 18 and Skin on My Teeth, if those songs had never been written, that would have been awful because they're fucking incredible.
The music taste of the planet would be raised by like 1% if Megadeth never existed. This is clear.
You
all right.
are such a miserable old git. Oh my god.
They're just a bad band, all right? Anyway, we're moving on.
Nikki, just quick, Nikki, any thoughts on Megadeth?
I love Megadeth.
Oh,
great. Good.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm a metalhead too. I listen to everything. I do enjoy Megadeth.
So we are fighting now.
Okay, good for you. Sorry.
Yeah. Well,
did you want me to lie just to save your feelings?
Yes, that's what you're supposed to do.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we had a relationship built on trust and, you know, honesty. But sure, Megadeth.
Where'd you get that crap from?
Mutual respect.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, so our next news story. This is a problem for all the women. Nikki, Gabby, anybody else that might be listening of the female persuasion. How the WNBA is addressing sex toys being thrown on the court.
Oh, God.
So you just go home and you sterilize them really well. And now you have a free, probably, I mean, like they're probably not giving you the good quality shit, but, you know, a $10 dildo or get you where you need to go. Just, you know, see, Gabby gets me. She just said yes. Just clean the shit out of it, you know, put it through. I got an autoclave. Just hand it to me. I'll peel pack it. We'll stick it in the sterilizer.
Oh,
you know,
in all seriousness, that is a horribly misogynistic thing to do.
It is, absolutely.
Because what let's break this down. When people do that, what are they actually saying? I think they're saying, the implication and the unconscious saying. The conscious saying is, oh, let's throw a dildo. The conscious saying is, the unconscious saying is, we're not going to respect women for their athletic sporting performances, we're going to reduce them to sexual objects.
Yep.
That's what it is. It is a deeply misogynistic thing to do.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a total dismissal of the fact that they are professional athletes.
100%.
It's like saying you're
100.
not a real athlete. This is stupid. You don't put in the same amount of work and da 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 da. I mean, no one throws pocket pussies onto the court whenever the NBA play.
Exactly.
They should
And the
do
guys
it during
probably-
football matches.
Right. And the guys would probably appreciate it way more than women. Because they wouldn't even care about sterilizing it.
Imagine that. Imagine at an NBA game, nothing but a load of women, and they start throwing what did you call them? Pussy pockets?
Yeah. Pocket pussies. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Don't pretend you don't know what they are.
Fleshlights.
There was one for sale in the local supermarket. They have a big sex toy aisle. They have a big sex toy section.
There's a sex toy section in a supermarket?
Yes, in Tesco.
No. Yeah,
In
fuck
Tesco.
off, Tom. You went into a sex store. All right. There is not in Asda, not in Sainsbury's, maybe Morrison's. But there's
I don't
no.
know. I can go to the grocery store or the local CVS, and where they sell the condoms, I can actually get a little finger vibrator for like $30. It
Richard,
fits on your finger.
they sell these kind of. They sell, like Nikki says, the condom machines in men's toilets have gone through some evolution. They started, first of all, it was just condoms. Then they started selling Viagra. Now they sell vibrating cock rings as well. Just in any standard.
I've seen the cock
toilet.
rings. I have seen those. You are absolutely right. They do have those.
But Richard, I hate to tell you this, but you're completely wrong. In Tesco's, they have a sex toy section. In Tesco, Whitstable, yes,
Whitstable.
and in Sainsbury's as well.
That's
Absolutely.
Sainsbury's.
I'm telling you, man, I will send photographic evidence at the first opportunity.
Who
Telling
knew that?
They do in Sainsbury's and in Tesco's. Here in Shitstable.
Bloody hell, you Southerners.
I'm trying to think if I've taken a picture of one. I don't know that I have.
Imagine you have your kids in the car and you're like, okay, mommy just needs to stop by this aisle to get some lube.
There's plenty of that.
Are we almost done, Mum? Almost, sweetie.
Almost, sweetie. I need to buy this rabbit real quick. It's
need
got
a rose.
12. It's got 12 different things on it.
Richie, I did. I took a picture of this, and it is headed your way right now.
Richard's like, I need to go grocery shopping more often. I need to go to the sex toy aisle.
I am not going to the sex toy aisle. That's gross.
I love a good sex shop. You have no idea how many grown women I've taken to their first sex shop, like excursion. Like, hey, we're going to go to the sex shop. And they're like, oh my God, really? I'm like, yes, let's go.
That's wonderful.
It's so great. I think it's as women, I think you'd be weird for men, but women are very open about that stuff. So it's totally cool to be like, oh, you don't like, we talk about this stuff if we go to the store. Like, you don't want to pay $85 for that. This one's $30 and it's so much better. Like, we talk about that crap.
Yeah,
I've noticed that all the sex toys are in security boxes.
Yeah. Richard, bring up the picture.
I can't on YouTube.
Oh, why would it get you in trouble?
It would, yes.
A picture of something for sale in a local supermarket.
Yeah, but that. But it's not something.
You might as well be showing bananas and apples.
A lot to unpack there. What?
I mean,
do you believe that? Do you believe that I've sent you an authentic picture?
Yeah, no, I believe it.
No, it's true. And are there not various sex toys, including a fleshlight, for sale in Tesco's. It's to the top right of the picture.
That's beautiful.
I see it.
Beautiful thing.
Durex.
Convenience.
Named brand as well, Durex.
Oh, there was a club card offer on as well. No longer £30, £22.50 to an exclusive club card holder.
Dear Jesus.
Oh, well, I think sometimes there are fine lines and there are limits, but generally speaking, the way that society has sort of gone since the night after the sort of post-war what do you call it, taboo and shaming of everything, talking about anything sexual, it's generally speaking, it's a lot more positive and healthy these days. People can have proper discussions about issues that matter.
Yeah.
And
We're not like that in America.
Yeah.
no,
well,
still not.
We have entire states that you can't sell sex toys. What you can sell are educational tools that look
Okay.
like penises that are essentially sex toys, but for all intents and purposes, it's for educational reasons to teach people how to put on condoms and stuff.
I'd really
Cool.
like to see the browsing history of the people that put these laws through.
Oh, I bet you it is. I bet you it is some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I bet you it would make. I bet you it would make Epstein blush. You know, some of the stuff that's probably on their computers.
Yeah.
I can't imagine being that afraid of sex.
It's strange, but yeah. Oh, I read a really grim news article, and this wouldn't. I don't think this. We might have talked about this before on the show. I'm not sure, but it was about abortion and about when the people who are picketing against it and campaigning against it and harassing women who are having a termination. What happens when they get pregnant and how suddenly they're the ones secretly driving to another state or being forced to, or I mean, it got really deep. It was, sort of people sort of, they were, there were conversations. I'll send you on this article. It's very interesting reading. It's somebody properly seems to have done their research. Interviewed a lot of people. They interviewed some of the people who work in abortion clinics, and they say things like they'll do all the standard checks, and they'll say, "So, are you sure you want this termination?" She's like, "Well, my husband's making me do it." She goes, "Well, we can't go ahead with this unless you want to." And she says, "Well, I'm here, aren't I?" But they can't bring themselves to actually say, "Yeah, I'm here for termination and I consent to it and I want it." And they have to force themselves to do that, to go through with it, because they're in this what's it when your mind is split? This cognitive dissonance kind of thing.
Yeah.
Is that the right term of phrase for this?
Yes, yeah,
This
where the facts or reality is goes against what you've always thought you knew. So it's kind of like, I believe this way, but also this is showing that I shouldn't. Yeah, cognitive dissonance.
Yeah, there you go.
Gabby has pointed out that pregnancy is not the only consequence of unprotected sex.
That's very true. STDs and STIs.
Yeah.
That is always unprotected sex, even if you're gay or you can't get pregnant. You can still get syphilis. You can still get gonorrhea. Syphilis is not a big, and especially if you don't go get checked, some of that stuff can turn into bad stuff. Like, a woman can have genital warts for like a decade before it ever pops up, and that can cause cancer. men and women. You can have syphilis for a long time and not know that you have syphilis until you crazy.
I
know.
I knew somebody who contracted syphilis. And they caught it at the second stage or something. If the third stage is when it's too late, but this guy had to have had to have an injection every day for some time to cure himself of this stuff.
Yep.
He phoned all his partners and said, "You need to go and get checked." And that kind of thing.
God, that's going to be like one of the worst things to do. Hey, how you been? Say, listen, I got the old AIDS.
You got to call everybody when you have any of them. That's got to be a rough one. Oh, you got syphilis. Just go down your little black book. By the way, I got the syphilis. The good thing is that most things now can be cured, but if you're not getting checked regularly, then you don't know that you have it, because there's a lot of things that will stick with you forever, like herpes, that are primarily non-symptomatic. So you don't even know that you got herpes for like ever, because most people have herpes. Like 80% of the population have HPV of some sort. You just don't have any signs. Yeah. And most of the people do get cold sores. Like I remember when they told, because I get tested. I remember when they told me, hey, you have HPV, and I freaked out, and they're like, don't worry, it's not the STD kind. You get cold sores. And I was like, yeah, like once every couple of years, I'll get a cold sore. But yeah, most people have it. Wrap your tool.
I'm particularly vulnerable to the varicella virus because I had chickenpox 4 times.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
Please tell me that you're gonna. Did you get? Okay. Do you get the shingles vaccine? Because that might be something that you're gonna need later on to take care of.
Yeah, I've already had it.
Oh, okay. You're like an old lady.
Pretty much.
Only know old ladies who get it, but I've had chickenpox once.
I had it 4 times. It's horrible. Horrible.
How?
What do you mean how?
That's just crazy. You've had chickenpox 4 times.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to our next story.
Go on.
This is carrying on with something that just amuses the crap out of me. The Labubu craze that's gripping the world. Well, probably not us 3, but everybody else apparently really likes Labubus. The CCTV footage shows the minute armed robbers broke into a Labubu store and nicked $30,000 worth of merchandise. Of Labubus.
Oh, so you corporate types think you're rock stars? That's like me being a corporate type.
I can't believe my AI
we're gonna have to watch the ad
all
first,
my interviews.
That's fine.
But yeah.
Why are we doing
I'm
this?
sorry, we totally cut you off with the WNBA thing.
That's all right. Here we go. Look, they've broken in, and now they're nicking the Labubus. Just grab as many as you can, Derek. Stop using my name on heists, Kevin. Wearing masks. I mean, these are proper robbers breaking into a child's toy store and nicking Labubus.
Wow.
I love it. I love it. I just love it. They'll be talking about this heist for centuries. The Great Labubu heist.
I just don't get it. And like, okay, if they were $4 or $5, I might grab a box just to be like, ooh, what color did I get? But they are $20. That is insane. They are little. If
Yeah.
I'm paying $20 for a plushie, it better be something I can hold at night. You know, it's got to be like at least the size of my torso.
Well, okay. I mean,
Yeah, a handful of goods is $30K. When it comes to Labubus, they're so expensive, especially if there's like a rare or something in there. People are going crazy for these little things
people
are-
love the Labubus.
that are named after Pazuzu, the demon. Just FYI, it is. They're
They're
adorable though.
They're not named after the demon Pazuzu.
They sure are. Ask any
Anyway.
conspiracy theorist.
Listen, the only conspiracy theorist that's ever been proven right was MK Ultra.
That's a lie.
Name another one.
I know there's like Watergate.
That wasn't a conspiracy theory. That actually happened.
Correct, but people probably yelled about it happening far before it did. Before it came out, a lot of like MK Ultra, people knew about that crap before it happened. It's not always a conspiracy theory. Sometimes it's just not released yet. I'm just saying.
And well, yeah, Gabby, the Labubus probably are handmade by children in sweatshops,
Yeah, probably.
which are cheaper to run than machines. So. just true. It's true. But yeah, the Labubu craze is they've actually been banned in England. You can't buy them anymore in England.
Really?
Yeah, well, there was a riot and someone died.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that. I do.
I mean, when I was a kid, what was it in school? Pogs.
Oh man, I had so many Pogs. I didn't even play. Did you actually play the Pogs, or did you just collect?
I didn't know you could play with them.
Yeah,
just thought
it's
they were
actually a
collectible.
game.
Yeah, no, never used them as games, but they got banned in my school.
Yeah.
And
So
do you know what's really funny? Is I hadn't heard of Pogs before they were banned, and then it became really important that I get some.
yeah, I had so many, but basically what you would do is you would throw all the Pogs on the ground, right?
Yeah.
And then you would take the slammer and you would slam it down onto a Pog and try to flip the Pog. And the idea of the game was if you flip that Pog, you got to keep it. So it was like a trading game, and someone could take off with all your Pogs. At least that's the way it was in America. If you played Pogs against somebody, them's the rules. They get to keep those Pogs.
It was Pogs, marbles. That was a
Yep.
big thing for a while. Yo-yos.
I did the troll doll thing. Like I collected troll dolls, but I was too old to collect Beanie Babies. My nephews collected those.
And the last thing I remember before school was over was Tamagotchis.
Yeah, I loved a good Tamagotchi. They all died because I'm ADHD. But
do you remember you said yo-yos? Do you remember there was the Coca-Cola yo-yos? They were, they might have been a bit before both of your time. I know I'm a spot older. They did these. There were 4 you could get: Sprite, Fanta, Coke, and Diet Coke, I think. And they did 2 different kinds. And they were either £1 or £1.50. And there was great value for money, to be fair. And everybody had these. Everybody loved these yo-yos. No one could do any tricks with them. If you were, you were a big hit in the playground if you could just make it work properly. But
that's true. And then they came out with the automatic ones. Do you remember the automatic ones? They always just automatically roll back up, and you just thought you were a boss.
Oh, but because they had a clutch in them. What's a centrifugal clutch? That's it. Which is a very posh way of saying something. Once it slows down, it grips the rope
Yeah.
and winds itself up automatically. Yeah.
Yeah,
they
I
were
loved
great
it.
people. But there was a book of tricks that came with them, and everyone was like, "Huh?" You know,
Americans
people
had a
used to do really
commercial. Go ahead.
people used to do really bad versions of the tricks, like walking the dog was one of them. To walk the
Hmm.
dog properly is a really complicated thing, but we used to
Yeah, it is.
what we used to do was wind the whole thing out, put it down, and then pull the thing along the ground, and would use that to wind it back in and try and get the whole thing to wind in before the yo-yo fell over on its side. And if you did that, you'd walk the dog, which was a at least I think I don't know how much I trust my memory, but I haven't thought about that in ages. But I'm pretty sure that's the kind of thing we used to do. It was even what was just as bad were British attempts at breakdancing. Oh God, everyone thought they were great at that in the playground. But we were all
We made
shit.
Rachel Gunn look good.
Oh, bless her. Oh,
Don't
bless
bless
her.
her.
Nikki, you know about
Don't
that.
bless her. No, she should be shamed.
Nikki, do you know what
Oh,
Richard's
so
talking
good.
about?
Yes, that chick that was doing the Olympic
Kangaroo.
Yeah.
yes, for the breakdancing, which is so
But-
sad because I love breakdancing. I genuinely love watching people breakdance. It's such a cool style, and that was awful.
Look,
But where I saw the gold medal contest between the two women one was from Japan, and the other was from either Kazakhstan or Uzbekistan or somewhere like that. They were both otherworldly. What they could do with their bodies was absolutely breathtaking.
right. And
One
they
of them
deserve
even-
celebration.
Yeah, not so that they don't deserve to have dildos thrown at them. Thankfully, no one did. But they
Well,
were.
someone should have thrown them at
amazing.
Ray.
Yeah, someone should have
Reagan.
thrown a dildo at Reagan. Like, that's
You know-
just so wrong that she was ever allowed to compete in the first. It's like Eddie the Eagle all over again, man. It's just that the Olympics are for people that are actually good at it. Do you understand that they should be there? And it's a celebration of skill and athleticism. And anyone that gets there should deserve to be there. They
I
should
agree.
get there and make a fucking arse of themselves. It just
Eddie the Eagle Edwards. Oh, Eddie.
However, it gave us such good cannon fodder online. Like the AI Reagan video brought me so much joy, and then all of the other people that were quote unquote breakdancing like her. It's just one of those things where like we should have been outraged, but we were too busy taking the piss out of her.
Yeah, like the memes were good. Don't get me wrong, the memes were great, but still, you know, it's really embarrassing that she was even allowed to compete.
Yeah. I think her husband or something was a coach. I can't remember.
There's a bunch of conspiracy theories around it. Nothing was ever proven.
With Eddie the Eagle, I was less than 10 years old when he went to was it the Seoul? No, it would have been the Winter Olympics somewhere.
Winter Olympics, yeah.
We didn't realize what an absolute joke Eddie the Eagle was. No, and we did not know this.
And now he has a movie.
He
Shouldn't have a
does.
movie.
That's really.
He's got a statue as well, and I'm just like, why?
I don't know much about it. That's all I know is there was a movie. It's got Hugh Jackman in it, and the dude that played Eggsy or whatever on The Kingsman. That's all I know about him.
He wanted to be in the Olympics, but he wasn't athletic at all. So he started skiing, and he was really bad at skiing, like really, really bad, like very, very bad. He was so bad at skiing that after he competed in the Olympics, they changed the rules so something like that could never happen again. And I just don't understand. He's treated as like a folk hero over here.
He wasn't. He
And
wasn't actually. It wasn't quite skiing. It was ski jumping.
Yeah, it
He
was
was
ski
launching
jumping.
himself off these massive, great ramps. But the trouble is that because there's no snow in England and there's no like history of the sport, there's nowhere to practice. And so he used to he used to practice on this little rack he'd welded together in his back garden. He really did. There was this tiny little bar that he just sort of balanced himself on and pretend he was ski jumping. And so it was a miracle that he didn't die trying to do this stuff. But yeah, that's basically that. Everything else is true. They changed the rules to say you have to be within like say 10% of the leading person. In qualifying, you have to be within 10% or something like that, and he was way off. And just before we go, guys, do any of you know the legend of Eric the Eel Moussambani, who is another of these? This is a guy who wanted to compete in the Olympics, and he managed. I can't remember. It might have been a Caribbean island. I'm not sure, but indeed, ill-informed. And Eric the Eel, he'd been practicing in his hotel swimming pool that was about the size of your average front garden. And he went to do these 2 lengths and he could barely do it. They were worried they were going to have to send the lifeguards in because this guy was really floundering by the end. The irony being that because the other 2 did a false start, he won his heat.
Yeah, see, Eddie the Eagle over here is treated like a folk hero. And my dad always told me, oh, it's really inspiring stuff. Because he set a goal for himself and then he went for it. And then he achieved it. And then I found out the true story, which was he set this goal for himself. He couldn't do it. He shouldn't have been allowed to do it. He went and did it and he embarrassed himself and indeed the entire country. And I don't get why fucking anyone cares about him.
Next week, let's watch some YouTube videos of Eddie the Eagle and Eric the Eel. And if we can find them, Raygun. Now, whenever Raygun was put on YouTube, it was taken down.
Yeah, she got very copyright strike happy. She shut down a comedian in Australia that was going to do a parody musical of her event. She's threatened to sue her and everything. She's very, very sensitive about the fact that she embarrassed herself and all of Australia and got breakdancing removed from the Olympics. I mean,
I think that was her goal. Like, I heard that she didn't think it should be a break, like that it should be an actual whatever, like in the Olympics. I think that she actually was against breakdancing being in the Olympics because she's like, this is an art form of expression, and how are you supposed to, judge it? But judge it the same way you do a floor routine. Judge it the same way you do ice skating. Those are expressive, like, dance forms of Olympic stuff. They do those just fine. Why not?
Seriously saying she was a radicalized anti-break dancer?
No. So supposedly she was more of a radicalized, I believe in breakdancing, I'm going to breakdance really horribly so that this doesn't get on the docket for further years because I don't want them to ruin the thing I love. Supposedly, that is one of the stories, the many stories that I heard, was that she just genuinely did not want it to be in the Olympics. Because here's the thing, why would she have breakdanced like that? She didn't get to the Olympics by breakdancing like that. I know plenty of B-girls that are way better at her than at breakdancing that I've seen on So You Think You Can Dance. So I know they're American, that could have done a billion times better than her.
Because she was white, privileged, and entitled.
Well, you think that, but what if she just genuinely didn't want it to be there anymore? I don't know.
That just sounds like cope.
I agree.
All right.
Well, I've found a couple of clips that we can watch next week.
Roger that. Okay. Well, anything else?
Nope, I'm good.
Oh yeah, I wasn't meant to be here tonight, but I got completely and totally stood up. So I mean, I can't blame them. If I was them, I wouldn't want to hang out with me either. So yeah, so I was able to rock up instead.
All right. Well, on that depressing note, that'll wrap us up for this week. We will return next week, despite the hopes of many. It's good night from me, and it's good night from them. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.